Well, good Thursday evening, everyone. 48 First Alert Meteorologist Chelsea Aaron here just to walk you throughout the rest of your Thursday night, what to expect as we head throughout the rest of your work week and also the weekend. A lot of events going on this weekend, including Panoply, and Panoply in years past always notorious for rain. And many of you probably wondering, when is the rain going to end? Well, still tracking some showers and storms out there this evening. Rain will become more isolated in nature, especially as we head closer to midnight. Most of your early morning commute on Friday going to be dry, but don't be fooled. Keep the rain gear handy because another large batch of rain and storms will be pushing west to east across the region, likely by Friday afternoon and well into the evening. Still no high signs for severe weather. Could see some locally strong storms. Any more organized storm will be producing potentially heavy downpours, frequent lightning, brief gusty winds and small hail. But once the rain finally tapers off Friday evening, it looks like we're going to be in a much drier trend for your upcoming weekend. That's great news for all of you. Still some lingering showers and storms for Saturday, but I wouldn't cancel those plans by any means. Most of this activity not going to interfere with any of your outdoor plans. I maybe would keep in mind you could have a 30-minute to an hour delay, but again, overall, we will be trending much drier through the weekend and especially into next week. So let's show you what we have going on at the moment. We continue to track widely scattered showers and storms. These are pushing to the north and east. None of this activity is severe, but noticing some stronger storms moving into southern Madison County there, frequent lightning. Also some stronger storms just north of Albertville, and this activity will continue to push into Marshall County. Some light to moderate shower activity, ongoing indicator. Live look there where you can see the water droplets on the camera. If you are going to be traveling overnight, not everyone will be seeing rain, but if you do get caught in a heavier downpour, just use extreme caution. Take it easy on the roadways. Some locations that receive several inches of rainfall over the past couple of days, note this will lead to a flash flooding threat. Triana, Lacey Springs seeing some heavy downpours. You're probably hearing the rumbling of thunder off in the distance there. Occasional lightning, locally heavy downpours, that's the main impacts overnight. But again, this activity will start to decrease in coverage again as we head throughout the next couple of hours. More heavy rainfall moving past Arab, now into Union Grove, Lake Gunnersville, also Albertville, right along Highway 431 there. Another more moderate to heavy downpour. This is tracking north right along the I-65 corridor through Coleman, Good Hope, heads up Vinemont, maybe even Simcoe. You'll start getting some of this heavier rain here quite soon. Jones Chapel dry at the moment, could be clipped with some rain as we head throughout the next 30 minutes to an hour. Again, none of this activity will be severe, but you may hear some rumbles of thunder at times, and the rain will be quite heavy. Current temperatures, very mild for this time of year. Most of us sitting in the upper 60s. You combine the humidity levels and it does feel very sticky outside. We remain mild and muggy overnight. Morning lows on Friday will be barely budging from what you see right now, dropping into the middle 60s for the most part. We've kept some low to medium rain chances in the forecast, again, overnight and through daybreak on Friday. But for the most part, you should be able to get through your early morning commute without dealing with much of any rainfall. I still recommend grabbing the rain gear before you head out the door because you'll definitely be dealing with some rain by lunchtime and especially into the evening commute. Again, I think everyone in some shape or form has been affected by rain over the past evening commutes, but nothing out of the ordinary for this time of year. No severe weather, and the rain will finally start to dwindle down, taper off by Friday evening. Could see some fog develop again by Friday morning. Note patchy to locally dense fog possible keep this in mind before you head out the door as well. Dim the bright lights. And again, just take it easy on the roadways. Some lingering isolated shower activity possible early on Friday morning, but it's not until we head during the afternoon, our peak heating hours, that we'll see the coverage start to ramp up again. And we are expecting scattered to widespread showers and storms. This is as another upper level disturbance passes through the region. But once the actual cold front sweeps through over the weekend, sometime late Saturday and into Sunday, that's when rain chances really decrease. We get out of this stormy, wet pattern finally. Still some light lingering showers possible through Sunday and early on Monday. But we're going to go from very active to quiet. And with the drier weather pattern on tap, temperatures going to be very warm. We could near 90 degrees, especially on Tuesday afternoon. That's before more rain and storm chances return, likely next Wednesday and Thursday. And not seeing strong signals of severe weather during that time frame. Of course, if that should change, we'll let you know, and we're going to stay on top of it. So, big story, another round of rain. You're probably sick of it by now, but this is going to be good for all of the vegetation out there. I've been noticing the grass is looking green. And none of the Tennessee Valley is in any sort of a drought right now. The famous saying goes, April showers bring May flowers. We're seeing that come into fruition. So again, Friday morning, mild temperatures in the 60s. Can't rule out an isolated shower, maybe some rain here or there. But the coverage really starts to ramp up and increase right around noon. And we will be tracking very heavy downpours at times, just like the past couple of days, maybe some brief gusty winds that could exceed 35, 40 miles per hour. These are not going to be destructive storms, but they'll be enough to get your attention, so we don't want you to be caught off guard. Small hail possible as well. Today we really lacked instability. We didn't really see many strong storms today, but that threat will again ramp back up heading into your Friday. Frequent lightning, these are going to be very noisy storms, also very heavy rainfall producers as well. They'll dump heavy rainfall rates. We're talking 1 to 2 inches per hour. And this is going to last during your evening commute, so likely through 6 o'clock in the evening. Does that mean the rain's going to be completely gone by 6? No, I cannot guarantee that. And I'm not banking on that necessarily, but that's when the most intense storms will be rolling through. And take that with a grain of salt, the most intense storms, because again, we're not looking at an organized severe weather threat, just some locally strong storms here and there. Bigger impacts will likely be flash flooding just due to the several rounds of rainfall that many areas have already received. Rain and storms gradually start to taper off Friday evening. If you do have any Friday night plans, still keep the rain gear handy close by, the umbrella. But we will gradually dry out overnight Friday and early on Saturday. Morning lows falling back into the lower and middle 60s. Many locations going to pick up an additional 1 to potentially even 3 inches. Note, some of those storms that drop very heavy rainfall amounts could very well pick up more than that. Higher amounts in localized areas. But we turn a corner for the weekend. Few lingering showers and storms through Saturday afternoon. Wouldn't cancel the outdoor plans, just keep an eye to the sky. Note, you could experience a 30-minute to an hour delay. But most of this activity should not interfere with any of your outdoor activities. High temperatures climbing back into the upper 70s, lower 80s on both Saturday and Sunday. Sunday, still some light lingering rain, but for the most part should stay isolated. And then early next week, finally dry. Definitely going to have to bump up those high temperatures though. Tuesday, I think temperatures will soar into the middle and upper 80s, and that's before our next round of storms will return Wednesday into Thursday, and we'll likely keep some wet weather through the end of next week on Friday. Again, this is not looking like a severe weather setup. Still a lot of time between now and then. Things could always change. But your 48 First Alert weather team has you covered, days, weeks in advance. Temperatures will likely range upper 70s, lower 80s toward the end of next week with more rainfall in the forecast, but overall some improvements headed our way after we get through tomorrow. We're going to have more details coming up for you at 10 o'clock. Of course, if you have questions, comments, concerns, please send them our way. We'd love to help you in any way that we can. Stay safe out there. Some good sleeping weather for a lot of you if you're getting some heavy rain. But again, severe weather unlikely throughout the rest of the week. Just some locally heavy downpours at times, frequent lightning, and maybe some brief gusty winds. Should be drying out over the weekend, drier and warmer early next week before more storms unfortunately come our way by Wednesday and next Thursday. Thank you so much for tuning in with me this evening. Hope to see you again tomorrow evening, and happy early weekend, everyone.